Lots of light planes in full span, hunting beauty beyond any plan. Birds and cameras, that's our vibe. On the Angry Bird Pod Show we thrive.
Welcome, Junkos and Funkos, to the Angry Bird Pod Show. I'm Kyle. Matt's over that way. One day I'll get this point down. And we're going to bitch today, maybe. We don't know yet. How are you, Matt?
I'm good, Kyle. How are you?
You did say you were going to scream when we started. So I'm
No, I
glad.
just want to make sure that everyone can hear my voice this time.
Oh, right.
I don't want any more complaints that I might have been a little too quiet last time, you know? So I'm just going to make sure I do my part.
This portion of the episode is brought to you by rain.
Yeah, all right. That's enough before I make everyone too angry.
Everyone's be pissed.
Yeah, now it's too loud.
I hopefully will do something about that. And hopefully this isn't messed up like it was last time. So we'll find
But
out.
like, if you don't, it's a free podcast that we do for no money out of our own time, and you can just suck it, you know?
That's right. So, hey,
Anyway.
you heard of fuck you, listeners.
Yeah, we've done pretty well. Like, let's be honest. We've
I
had
think so.
very minor hiccups outside of like most of the conversations that we talk about. But like, you know, technical speaking, it's been pretty good.
I think
Unless
it's
you've been a
okay.
guest, then it's been a little bit of growing pains. But
We're sorry
hey,
about that, guest.
Hey, whatever. But
Now that I think about it, I think what happened last time was Jen was also watching stuff downstairs, so maybe I'll have to limit her access.
yeah, when we're potting, has to like read a book.
She is the biggest reader that I know, so
Well,
that would make sense.
put a nice, thick, cozy pair of socks on. Get a nice book.
Nice.
It's freezing out. It's freezing out.
It's flipping
Oh,
cold.
This is going to be rain here again, dropping in my pot. You guys have no idea in Ontario
You
how cold it
Ontarians.
gets in Calgary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got flipping mountains, no doubt. However, minus 39 tonight.
Really? In your area?
With the real feel.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But yeah.
Wow. I think we're
So,
like
I mean,
20 something. I don't know if we're in the 30s, but
it's nothing not to shake a stick at. Like,
no.
shake. Like, go away. Poke it. Actually, I saw a picture quickly, and it was of the what do they call that? Polar vortex.
Oh, yeah.
Showing the dark purple, and it looked like Canada was teabagging the States.
Well,
No. We can't. The American listeners have probably outgrown the Canadian listeners. So
well, that's
we
Canada's
appreciate all your support.
Thank you.
Canada, pull up your socks.
It's
yourself
cold.
out. Dig yourself out. I need this before I've been complaining. My ice has been melting as we.
We'll
had
just
a
put it
few-
outside. You just said that.
Yeah, just open the window. It'll make more ice. Anyway,
What'd you just call me?
yeah, we got. Oh, don't open the window. Ice is there.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we're not going there. This
No.
is gonna be an interesting episode.
Aren't they all?
Well, this one's gonna be specifically interesting, even more interesting, just based on the landscape of the scene in
Yeah.
wildlife photography. You know, when the shit dicks come out,
You know how I
makes
know?
the little people angry.
You know how I know there's a problem?
Because you heard about it.
No, but kinda yes.
Okay.
My best friend, who's also named Matt, so you can pretend to be him if you want.
I am your best friend.
It's true. You'll have to fight the other Matt though for supremacy.
Supremacy? That
That
doesn't
doesn't work.
It's not the episode title.
Supremacy. No. He sent me a reel of the great gray owl. And I was like, if you know Mr.
Oh.
knows Zippo about
So
birds.
he's not in the ecos. Yeah. He's
not
in
even
it at all.
close.
Okay.
Um
I mean, it was on news or in newspaper, or maybe they're not newspapers anymore, but
who
news
reads a
articles
newspaper?
on media platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I watch MMA, this will fit. I promise. We're not detouring. When I watch
Sometimes
MMA,
they haven't.
they have this. They talk about how good the card's going to be, and the one podcast that I listen to, they call it the grandma test or the mom test. If your mom is messaging you about what the upcoming fight is, you know that it's a big fight. So
Right.
if Matt is messaging me about the owl, I know it's a big problem because he shouldn't know that it exists.
Right. Yeah, I kind of have the same litmus test. Whereas, like, if I find out about a spot like that, I know it's already been blown up. One, because I'm not looking for it. Two,
Yeah.
I'm not asking for it. And three, it's found me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am sick of seeing that owl.
Sick of it.
Like,
Sick of it.
I want
Sick of what
to
it represents.
yes, I want to see a great gray. One
Yeah, of
day
course,
I
me
will
too.
do that.
Neither of us on this podcast have seen one.
Nope.
So, like, the stakes are just as high as many, many other people that are like, lifer, great, yeah.
Check
I
that
just
box.
think, yeah, I just think that, like, the box that we're checking, like, what goes into that box, there's like a disclaimer on what we would like for it to be, because I've talked to you about this before. Like, you only see things once for the first time.
Yep.
You don't really want that hanger. I don't. That's that little disclaimer. I don't want the hanger of, like, looking at those photos and have it associated with potentially the negativity that comes along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently, I went to a park that most people know. I was gone for 5 or 6 weeks. I hadn't been there for a while. First year going there, came across an owl. Owl was sitting out at night. I mean, in the morning. I showed up at like 5:30. It's still 2 hours before daylight. I thought it was in a pretty good spot. Took some photos of it. I left. A bunch of other people must have found it. They took the same photos. It looked the same, which was kind of interesting, and it was daylight, so it's still out in the daylight. Kind of a red flag.
Yeah.
So I started kind of looking into it, found out that maybe it was injured or sick. Kind of makes sense. I didn't really recognize, like, the behavior or the look of the owl because I don't have a ton of experience with this specific owl or owls that are injured in general. Like, I don't really I'm not well versed enough to know. Found out that, yeah, potentially it was. I took down the post. I mean, not to grandstand myself, not to push
Get
out
on
my
your
own ethics, but
soapbox.
I just took it down because I didn't like what it associated with and the potential, like, harm, not even harm, but like the potential that it was something that I took advantage of, potentially not knowing. And I just don't want to look at that. I don't want to see that every time.
Yeah, you don't want
I
that.
don't want to be associated with it, even though it was innocent. I just don't want that association.
Yeah.
I want those experiences and those memories to be happy ones, I guess, is kind of where I go with that.
Yeah, and I saw your post, and I then subsequently saw the other ones, and I was like,
Yeah.
apparently other people found it. You're like, yeah, I pulled it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. It didn't move, apparently. And apparently it was there for 2 days. So, like, obviously it was something
Oh.
wrong.
Is that the one that
Um,
they found past?
You'd have to assume. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, there was a photo of just I don't even think a wildlife photographer. It was a cell phone photo of an owl laying on the ground, passed away a couple days later in that area. She may have insinuated and accused photographers, because she sees so many in that area, of not being fully to blame, but partially to blame.
Mhm.
A lot of pressure on them, stuff like that. Side, not really a tangent, but like side disclaimer, like, me going early in the morning is my idea of doing it when they're active. So I'm not really affecting when they should be doing the other stuff, roosting, sleeping, hiding, whatever, getting their rest. That's kind of why I choose to go when I do and get out when I do. Does it add to it? It's really hard to say. This show is going to be a lot about that line that you draw for yourself. And unfortunately, that line is different for everybody else and can be pushed to one extreme and to the other.
Yep.
That's the subjectively tough part of this conversation.
That line
Yeah.
is definitely somewhere before a ladder, I think.
Oh, the ladder. We got right to it. I mean, I know a lot of people know about this MN Owl Tours fiasco and this Eric individual that posted behind the scenes. Like, you got to understand, like, I saw some of the photos and I'm like, oh, this guy knows owls. Like, He went from landscapes to like all polar bears and then to owls. That's kind of what his feed went. It wasn't chopped up. It was like it looked like he was obsessed with getting better at something and sticking to something, and I can commend that.
Yeah.
I just think that he went with this individual who takes people out workshops for money and uses somewhat unethical behaviors, and he may have learned from that, which I unfortunately think that most people that would go do that with someone like that who guarantees owls with baiting and 10-foot ladders and clipping poles and pushing tree branches out of the way to get a better look when the eyes are as large as dollar coins. I think we all have though. I certainly have those photos too. The interesting thing
Not
is
with
like
a ladder though.
no, not with a ladder, but like I was speaking to this Bill gentleman and I was explaining that like it's really hard to decipher if an owl photo has been taken unethically or not, just because like the eyes are the surprise. Because remember the owl that we stumbled upon that was just like, yeah, we're looking for them, but he was 2 feet from us, lower than eye level. He was chest level. He was sitting
Yeah.
on a deer mouse and he was trying to stay as still as possible, which is kind of their like shock thing. But that was the first instance. And of course, it took a shot there because, like, the selfish thing for me is I want to get the photo. I don't think it's going to flush, but if it did or something, because the way we kind of stumbled upon it, the first photo was kind of an eyes wide open shot.
Over the shoulder.
And then a couple photos later, you can see him like calm down.
Well,
So I think that's on to us to post the proper photos, but I think everyone can get those photos from time to time based on how you stumble upon these animals if you are out seeking for them, seeking them.
Yeah, and in that instance where we found that owl, we kind of, I think we've told the story before, but me and another buddy, Craig, were being loud, and you were like, "Shut the fuck up! There's an owl right here." And we all,
I did try to do my part to bring it down. Yeah.
and then we all kind of hunkered down. Like I remember I just sat on the ground, like
Lower than it. Almost.
lower than it and away, kind of in another pine tree.
Yep.
Craig, I think, was around me somewhere, and you were around there too. But
I backed off. I kind of like stepped back and went away from because I was 2 feet. It was right off my shoulder, basically.
yeah, we could have ran into the tree if you didn't look where you were going, I guess.
Yeah. So like this kind of like already brings like we're at a crossroads where it's like, okay, well then obviously if you look for owls, you're going to disturb. There's the unethical part. Yeah, that could be your line. I totally understand that. So some people would be like, leave owls alone. Yeah, no, I get
That's
it.
a totally fair argument.
I get
also.
it. That's a line. And the other line is grab a ladder. Like there's so many lines. Like
That's a big thick line. Like don't cross
huge.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, like the line, it's like a football field, where it's like the end zones are like the lines of like the far right and the far left on it, and then in the middle is where all those little like 10-yard lines are, and where you land on that.
Yep. It's a spectrum.
And it's either I was speaking to Cody about this. It's either all in or it's all out, because no one's gonna decide and they're not going to like come together and be like, nope, that's where the line is, because everyone's going to have a different idea. So it's either all in or all out. And you're going to have to accept the individuals that are going to be all in one way and all in the other way. I think it's up to you as an individual to find out who you want to support and make sure that who you're supporting and the work they're supporting is something that aligns with your own ethical reasons. I think more people need to ask questions or question a photo from a photographer if you don't know them. On if it was acquired ethically. This individual, when questioned, obviously the evidence was there, was like, y'all can go fuck yourself. Like that was literally his response. So like right on the bat, like, oh, like this guy might not be in it for the same reasons that other people are. You know what kind of character you're dealing with right off the bat.
Yeah. He also
and the tour guy story was the same way. He doubled down. So
yeah, they also, the same place posted like a snowy coming in on a white mouse, and it's like those don't exist in the wild.
No, yeah,
they
that
do
was actually
randomly.
That was an Ottawa tour. Yeah,
I've heard that is bad over there.
But again, I saw a post today that was from someone that many people know that said, apparently all owl photos are unethical and locations are even more unethical. So if I take a photo in Ottawa, you have to assume it's automatically unethical. And it was kind of like a, I don't even know how to explain it, but it was like kind of, it was a weird way of going on about like talking about ethics.
Mm-hmm.
Because like again, it's hard to decipher, it's either all in or all out. So what he's saying is it's all in or all out. You either got to assume all of them are unethical or all of them or don't take owl photos.
Mm-hmm.
It's so tough.
It is, but at the same time, it's why we have these big telephoto lenses, so we don't really have to get as close as some people want to. Now, there is an argument kind of for using shorter focal lengths just for artistic, like you've been doing that with your 300.
That's not short.
It's not, but like if you're used to shooting 8 or 6.
Yeah, of course. It's a mindset, but yes. Yeah.
That's the people ask me, are they're like, you must have been close, and I was like, not really. Like,
Right.
And close is again a relative term. Like, what is close?
Well, someone would say their line would be close is when if the owl spots you and pays attention to you, too close.
Yeah.
But that doesn't guarantee and dictate all behavior, because one look might be one look and it goes on and does its thing.
Exactly.
Like we could go on. This could be a 12-hour episode.
All right,
Strap
buckle
in,
up.
boys. Strap in, ladies and gents.
I mean, like that. I've had a couple experiences with bards that have been pretty accommodating, and usually, like this last one, the recent time, I was wandering in this woods and I was looking for it, but it was in a slightly different spot than I thought it was going to be. And I came around a tree and it was on the other side of like the adjacent tree. And I couldn't see him until I rounded that tree. And I looked up and I was like, oh, and it definitely saw me. Like it looked down, but I backed off, walked back. So I don't know how far, and then sat down, and it kind of stayed on its branch and fluffed up and then started like, didn't preen, but its eyes got closed, and then like a squirrel walked underneath of it, so it looked down at the squirrel.
Right. And how many other people that use the park walked past it and looked down at them? Is the offense now stopping to take the photo for your own personal?
I think
Like,
it's the hanging around and sort of
for sure.
how you do that. That's sort of the
So like that specific owl that I took a photo of it when it was really dark, and then as it kind of got to blue hour. So of course I did spend some time sitting there. Only me, hunkered down. The owl wasn't paying attention to me. However, I don't know if the owl even really cared I was there, if it was in the state that it potentially was.
I believe, and it doesn't matter if I'm wrong because I don't think he takes pictures anymore. But this is a compliment anyway. So when I first started getting into bird photography, there was this guy who was local, and he'd always post owl pictures. And I was one of those guys, like, where do you find it? I want to know it. Like, I was kind of annoying. I definitely was annoying. And he very nicely kind of let me know that, like, he doesn't give out owl locations because of all of this ethics and all this stuff. He's taking pictures at respectful distances and stuff like that. Like, he kind of instilled that in me. Right. And I've kind of, that resonated with me because I was like, like I was into birds at that point, but I hadn't spent any time with owls or just like went looking for them even at all. And that made me sort of start thinking about it more, to be like, you're right. Like, I'm messing around in their environment. I'm trying to not disturb. That's kind of another reason why I've always said, like, I want to show animals doing what they're doing, where they're doing it, without me sort of being there. Like,
you want that natural behavior to shine through.
Yeah. And an owl sitting with his eyes closed, just minding its own business, is a very natural pose for an owl. But an owl that's like staring directly at the camera and like flying away, or like, it's not natural necessarily for that time of day or whatever it's doing. So it's
right. Yeah.
Everyone likes the picture or the video of it like turning its head or like landing on something. But like, I don't think you should spend hours and hours that close to it, waiting for it to do that.
I don't even think you should spend tens of minutes. I
No.
would argue that, and again, this is my line. Like a lot of people may argue, like you can argue all these points, you can pick apart them, but like most of my owl encounters are minutes.
Mhm.
Most of them, majority of them are minutes.
Sometimes minute
or minute or seconds.
Mhm.
How many owl flight shots have you seen of mine?
one.
Yeah, like because I mean
I was there
the
for
more
that one. That doesn't count.
yeah, the more you go, but that was also during the time of activity.
I found that owl.
Yeah, yeah. Did you get it? He's like shit, shots
Shit.
fired, shade.
Well, that's 'cause
throwing
Life
shade.
is great at 2.8, and I'm over here with 9
Yeah,
at fucking 6 in the
yeah.
morning.
Yeah, life ain't fine at F9.
Now you have an inverse.
Yeah, this is the counter to that episode title.
How dare you?
No, I'm just kidding.
I have a
like,
good
it's
name
just,
for later.
I was just speaking to Kyle Swanson about this, and it's easy to like start to sound preachy and grandstandish,
Mm-hmm.
grandstandiose.
Are we there yet?
Of course, I guarantee someone's line is listen to these people try to justify their case. And that's why it's so tough to talk about this. But it still needs to be talked about. It still needs to be called out when you think that an unethical photographer is taking unethical photos. And the same people are showing up at these same locations that get blown out and become problems.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation still has to happen. Just you have to understand that the people are talking about it majority of the time aren't trying to like benefit themselves by looking better at what they do. They're just trying to have the goddamn conversation so other people can understand why it's not ethical.
Mm-hmm.
Then that line moves though. So that's just, it's so difficult.
Well, another line, I think, was something you showed me this morning, or maybe it was this afternoon. You had sent me that guy who would hit one of his updates on like his stories or whatever. Was like, the Great Gray's not there today, guys.
Yeah. So, you know, notes.
Notes.
When you go into your messages, you can see at the top notes. It's like, no luck today, guys. Great Gray Owl isn't around. Now we're using notes to notify people if the celebrity bird that people are viewing is there or not. Like, wonderful. I'm sure the assholes that go there regularly enjoyed that they didn't have to waste their time.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it just pisses me off. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disgusted by like, again, grandstanding, but like every time, but every time you see a photo like this and every time there's an article from CTV Canada that's like, remember ethics, it makes photographers, wildlife photographers specifically, lump into one category. We all look fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tired of that because like, yeah, we can make wrong decisions occasionally and try to learn from them. But if that's what we look like from the outside looking in, if something's wrong and something's got to change. Because that's not what I want to be known as. That's not what I want to go, oh, you're a wildlife photographer. Like, and people automatically assume like you know what I mean? Like you're just, that's what they see from us.
Yeah. There's a big difference between going to a spot where you know something is, setting up your tripod beside 15 other people and standing there taking all the same pictures as everyone else, or going into the woods, using Fieldcraft, laying down and waiting for the stuff to happen. Like Kyle Swanson, a good example. That barred owl that we know about, we were standing there last year, and at one point I sat on the ground, and the owl was actively hunting at the time, pretty close to us, but it did fly kind of far away. Not far away, but like around kind of a corner. And then it landed on the ground, and I didn't get a shot, but I wish I did. It was kind of like peeking over a log. And then it flew directly at me and landed on a tree that was a couple feet away from me and did the like peek around, look at me. But like, I didn't move that whole time. It was doing its own thing. It landed there. Yeah. It definitely knew I was there. I'm not saying that. It's like, it's still there.
Yeah.
But like we just watched it do its thing, and we just stayed in one place and let him or her, I don't know, do its thing. Like, and then after a little while we left. Like, we're like, this guy's clearly doing something. They have to hunt to live. So I don't want me being here is disturbing squirrels from being around, mice on the ground, like little animals are probably running away from me. So I'm affecting it by just being there. So I recognized that and I was like, oh, we should wander off now. Like, we've had your time. I always thank them. I don't know
You've
if
had
people
your
do
time.
that.
I do too. I
Like,
do thank them for like.
thank you.
I'll be like, appreciate it. I do. It's so stupid. We're sounding like idiots here. Like, but we do.
Yeah.
We do. I don't know. I'm passionate about a lot of things and like
Mhm.
of things I do.
Yep.
And I try
Me
to
too.
keep them as like organic and good feeling as possible.
Mhm.
You know.
And that's what I also want to portray that, because like you're right, like wildlife photographers can get a bad rap for kind of disturbing the peace almost.
Well,
And-
land trespassing,
Trespassing is a big one.
parking out front of people's houses countless hours, days upon days.
Mm-hmm.
Snowy owls specifically. I get it. I understand. Like, yeah. But then when you realize what it's all for
Ones and zeros.
99% of us,
Mhm.
ones and zeros. Yeah,
Yep.
and we're lumped into this too.
I love my ones and zeros.
Well, the ones and zeros are great. Vince, I'm gonna name him, but Vince said something really, really, really interesting to me when we were talking about it. And he said, "There's nothing wrong with going to a spot that ends up being a celebrity spot. It's if you know ahead of time."
Ah, interesting. I
That's
don't mind
enough. That's a line.
Mhm.
If it ends up being one, shit. But at least you won't have that guilt. Like, I've heard it a lot. I was there before the crowds. It's like, but did you go back?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, then you already knew.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying everybody's guilty of it, but I'm just saying like that's a good standard to hold yourself to. If you already know, don't add.
Yeah.
Go find your other shit. I love when there's a celebrity owl because when I go to the spots that are usually a little more popular, nobody's there.
Mhm.
I actually have that day that I was at that park and I found that owl. I was leaving. And 4 people from the Barrie area, which I found out, which I didn't know, were walking into the park as I was leaving, and without a fucking hesitation, "Hey, did you see anything today?" You know me. I go,
Yep.
yeah. There's some stuff. You'll find it. Where? I go,
Mhm.
the usual space. You've been there. The usual spots. You'll find them. Don't worry. Well, are they on like? I go, don't worry. You'll find them. I'm pretty. While I'm talking to this one guy, he's a really nice guy, but he's not shy of like, point me exactly where they are.
I got 10 minutes.
Yeah, some guy behind him picks up a phone call. He goes, "Yeah, it's there right now." It was a phone call about the great gray.
That's ridiculous.
So he gets off the phone and he goes, "Man, we've been trying to get this thing for the last 2 days." And he talks to I'm talking to his buddies still, and he's kind of like interjecting. He starts walking. He goes, "Let's go. We have no time to kill. Let's get in and get what we got to do. We're gonna go back and we're gonna get that owl." So it's like this ball of like energy to like, I'm missing out, the FOMO.
Yeah.
Fuck, we might have made the wrong decision.
Mhm.
We're here now. This guy says there's stuff here. Let's go get it and let's get back and we're gonna get our shots because we've missed out. And it's just you feel this like ball of energy, you feel this anxiety around like people are missing out on things. Whereas that's one thing I don't have. I just gonna go find something.
I know another thing you hate too, which is definitely probably happening, is that those people who are that antsy and that jumpy about it will probably take a picture of the owl and then be like, "I was walking through the woods and I happened
Oh
upon."
my god. I don't know how many posts I saw that were like, I searched and searched and searched for an owl at a pin in a half a kilometer radius that I knew. They don't say that, but it starts with I searched and searched and I stumbled upon this owl. No, you didn't.
Mhm.
But the problem is now this is where you have to start to question the people that you follow because every story is like that.
Mhm.
So if you have a line and you hold yourself to the line, then you should hold the people that you follow to that same line so you can align with them.
Yeah.
Right? In theory, if you're going
Yeah.
to hold yourself to a standard, why don't you hold the people that you put trust in and that you want to support their work
I think it's hard to vet.
to the same standards? Oh, yes, sure.
I think what's interesting is if you're seeing a lot of, it depends on the bird. like songbirds you can get pretty close to because they just like fart around and you take a million pictures or like wait for.
But what about like the European robin that showed up in Montreal? I saw photos
Mm.
of 400 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is that any better because it's a songbird, or
No,
now
no.
is it moving around people and then now predatorial birds see it?
Yeah. No,
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
This is the line. The line changes. Like,
Well, I was gonna say like if you see a lot of like owl portraits, kind of look to see if it's the same like tree. That could
Yeah.
be one session. Like I know I take a poop pile of pictures when I'm at anywhere. So I might have the same owl on the same branch, but I've like moved around a little bit.
the 360 view or whatever kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could make, yeah.
But like I guess where I'm trying to go here is like if they get some like wide shots of stuff, like you can kind of take a little bit from that they're not getting that close to things. I don't know. Like I was trying to come up with stuff on the fly that can help people like vet what they're looking at, but it's hard. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's hard.
Yeah.
I reached out to Brad James the other day just because
Name drop.
name drop. I think it's important to kind of let people know that like you appreciate what they're doing and you really like what's going on, and like at the same time, be like, I know that like you've taken these pictures respectfully. I've heard him on his podcast with Ray. I've heard like I trust him. I don't know why. I just feel like he's a good guy.
It's an aura.
It's a vibe. It's an aura.
It's
You can
a
tell.
vibe. Yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
You can tell by like the posts. Like they're not ridiculous. They're just like
Mhm.
saw this turnstone and took a shot.
Yep.
So I think it's important to like reach out to those people and be like, I appreciate what you do. Thank you for being one of the good ones. Thanks for just, and
Yeah.
that's sort of what I did. And we had
Yeah.
this short little conversation, and I was like, "Your duck photography's sick. I love ducks." And he's like, "Ducks are the best." And I was like, "Hell yeah,
Ducks are the best.
ducks are the best."
Can you be unethical to a duck taking photos? I don't think you can. There could be people behind
Mallards?
you.
No.
There could be people behind you throwing bread that might be unethical. But like, really,
Yeah.
can you be unethical? I've never been in a situation where I walked away going, I don't feel good about that duck encounter because he was way too close. No, ever.
No. Well,
So, like,
ducks
I
never
think-
get that close.
I think species is also like there's a protection when it comes to certain species too. So there's that line that pushes it too.
Owls
Or
are close to the top of
that
that list.
pushes. Yeah, that pushes that line. Is sorry what I was gonna say.
Like, okay, I'm gonna put myself under microscope.
Oh, we already have. We've been ranting for 18 minutes.
We're gonna 33 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So we had a discussion on a different one about kind of, I think it was a Scott Key's video where he talked about there's like setup shots, like kind of like those tanks in England that like for the kingfishers. There's like that type
Oh.
of shot.
Yeah, the aquariums. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like waiting for 6 hours hoping that something would land there.
Right.
And where in the middle there does that sort of stop being wildlife photography and start just being like
Yep, I
landscape
remember
almost?
this.
So where I'm thinking is like with ducks, if I'm going to a park that has a lot of foot traffic just because it's a park, not because necessarily the birds, and the ducks are less shy than if I were to see them at a remote pond somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
is that sort of pushing that ethics line? Because you were like, there's a perfect example. I don't know. Is this bad? No, I don't think so. There's wood ducks in, I'll just say, a park, and they act like mallards. They'll walk right up to you. 99% of the other wood ducks in the world will peace out when they smell you coming. So
Yeah, when they hear your car door shut
yeah, you
From
hear
10
that
miles
zipper of you opening your
Yeah.
backpack.
at home.
Yeah, at home. They hear you start your car. They're like, I'm out. That's the thing, though. Like,
No, you're right though. You're right.
so like, it's sort of the same thing, but I don't know. It's
But a duck will fly. A duck won't care to fly.
Mhm.
So like it's very species by species because you got to understand the behavior and what they want to or don't want to do. And an owl doesn't want to fly or get flushed, especially in cold weather,
Hmm.
during the times they should be inactive.
Right.
You
They
should
need-
know that as a photographer.
They need recharge time.
Yeah. That's why I try to go, here I go again, but
Soapbox, where is it?
early when they're active.
Yeah.
And then catch them when they're going to their roost, take the shot and gone. Like, you know what I mean though? Like, you know, you can judge them, like, rather than like the groups continually going to the spot where they are roosting all day. And that's just like, there's no effort, which effort shouldn't really matter, but there's no effort and there's no real, you're not exercising any mental muscles of learning anything about the species, which is going to benefit you later to be better, more ethical. If you see, monkey do. It's like the guy that the MN owl tours who take people out, they're going to assume that this is okay. This
Yeah.
guy is teaching me the ropes. Anytime you do something around a group, a celebrity owl or just a park that you can find them in, as groups grow, new photographers are going to assume this is acceptable behavior.
Yeah.
So why shoot alone?
Yeah. And like I was gonna say, with terms of like learning bird behavior and stuff, often when we're coming upon ducks, which is a gross sentence, you shouldn't come upon a duck.
Well,
when
if it gets cold enough,
if it gets cold enough,
movie reference.
um,
You must really love animals.
if it gets
If
cold
it
enough,
gets cold.
I tend to. This has been a Jim Carrey afternoon today.
Yeah. There's some bloopers before we started there.
Yeah. But I'll try to watch. Yes, Satan. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You sounded like somebody else. We copyright struck for that. I don't know. But where I was going with this is I tend to watch what they're doing. Like you kind of mentioned that with shorebirds. Like you can see like they're landing over
Yeah.
there and they're walking this way.
Yes.
So
What
place
a-
yourself.
what- Yeah. I was
It's
just saying,
just-
sorry, what a great group of birds to really understand behavior and get to yes. Yeah, continue.
Yeah. So you're like, oh, these ducks they're feeding in this area.
Yeah.
And like me and Teddy, it was funny when we were at the park last time. There was I think it was a bufflehead or something. I don't remember what kind of duck it was. But we were like watching it swim from far away. It dives. We scooch forward a little bit. It came back up. We stopped. And then we waited for it to
Perfect.
dive and scooch forward again.
Yes, yeah.
And then we laid down. And ultimately it ended up diving farther away. I don't know if it saw us or just was going that way. But
I think they do.
Probably. I think it was a
they do.
long tail, actually, if
Yeah.
I remember right. A nice male. But like we were trying to get close. Well, it's not going to notice that we're there. Get low. Don't be the big, loud, tall, like scary thing. Be quiet. Like we weren't saying anything to each other, me and Teddy. We were just like, long tail. And then we like went over there and went dove. We got a little closer. And
Right.
like you can do that with most birds, but we're just watching what it's doing. It's swimming towards us, so we both kind of picked like a tangent line, kind of guessed where the shot we want to make sort of would work and where we think the duck's coming. And I just thought of this is the main thing. Not every encounter needs to be the encounter where you get the shot.
No. Well, we wouldn't do it if it was that easy.
No,
It would be
but I
boring.
think those people that you met at the park are people that are trying to do that.
I think a lot of them are.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think those people are those people. I don't know how many exist, but I just think they're part of that group.
Yeah.
But you also see like two people like yourself working a spot,
You see
working
doubles?
you and Teddy
Oh, okay.
working a location, and you'll witness somebody walk right up behind you, going, "Oh, these guys got something real close," and
Yeah.
do none of what you guys just did for a half hour. Unfortunately, that's the fault of not owning land, not
Mhm.
having private land to be on, and having the unfortunate, somebody stumbling upon you, getting close to something, and then wanting their piece.
Yeah,
They'll lay down right beside you. I was with Teddy and Keith in the spring, and a guy literally rolled out a yoga mat and laid beside Keith. It might have been Ted. I don't know. No, it was Ted. And like,
Buddy,
I don't
get
know.
outta
Like,
here.
there's fucking how much stretch of beach is there from
Mhm.
Cornwall to fucking Point Pelee?
Yeah. Pick
It's
another.
hundreds of kilometers, and he lays down right beside him. And I said to Teddy after, I go, I hope he like touched your ass or something. You got something out of it.
Take your dinner first or something.
Yeah, like gosh. But anyway, that's a different kind of issue. That's just shooting with others. But
Well, I wouldn't be too surprised if the Venn diagram of people that are bringing ladders to a park are same group of people that would lay down beside someone else.
yeah, you would think that somebody that is that comfortable is in a situation to be that comfortable regularly.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I don't even want the same photos of people. Like when I go with you and I go with Teddy, you know why the reason I branch off sometimes?
Like, fuck that guy. I hate him.
No, I'm gonna
Oh,
get
okay.
certain things that you're not gonna get, and you're gonna get certain things. I don't have to be shoulder to shoulder with you the whole time.
It's
can
actually kind
meet
of fun.
Yeah, you go, what'd you get?
Yeah.
Oh, there's something over here. Great, get them.
Yeah.
Like I want you to get stuff. I want to get stuff. I don't want the same stuff.
Hmm.
Like that's just my own personal preference. That's my line. This is
Yeah.
this episode title is my line.
My line.
My line versus your line. Kenny versus Penny. You know
Oh man, what a show!
what is
What an absolute show!
But this is what this is. Name it Kenny versus Penny.
Kenny versus Spenny. My line versus your line. What? Oh man, if anyone's ever watched that show, like that, the arc of where they started to where they ended is insane. Like the first season was sponsored by CBC, so it was like super tame challenges where they were like,
Yeah.
who could hold their breath the longest or who can
Right.
walk the furthest and whatever. Then it was like, who could take fucking acid or like who can get. It's insane. It's not for everyone, for sure, but it gave the best episode, I think. And I think they're on something. I think that you could probably find them on YouTube. I
They're
don't
probably
know,
streaming somewhere. Yeah.
somewhere. But who can blow the biggest fart is one of the funniest things
Wait,
I've ever witnessed with my eyes.
Below the biggest fart?
Mhm. Who
Like
could
with your
fart?
butt? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The blow kind of confused me a little bit.
It's kind of not a spoiler almost, but like something happened. I'm not going to spoil it for me. I'll tell you after if you haven't seen it. Something happens in it that's really funny that Kenny does to kind of mess with Spenny. And it's just, it's so funny. If you think farts are funny, that's the funniest thing you can watch.
I think anybody that's still listening a year and a half in
Thinks farts
thinks
are funny.
farts are fit. They have to. They
Angry
wouldn't be
Bird
here.
Pod Show Venn diagram with people who think farts are funny.
It's all of them. If they're not
It's a
here
circle.
anymore, they
Yeah.
don't think farts are funny.
That's true. That's true. Go watch
This
that
is-
episode then.
This is why we are who we are. This is why we want. This is the same thing as Instagram. Make sure the people you follow and the people that follow you are like, you vibe. You gel.
Not that we've had a ton of people reach out, but a couple people who have kind of mentioned that. Like they like the
Yeah.
conversational nature, the goofiness, the tangents, us being us
That's-
essentially.
That's mostly what it is. It's like, what's the conversation? What are you guys catching up on?
Farts.
Farts.
Farts and Ace Ventura.
Farts and assholes.
Farts and assholes. That might be the episode title.
See, we're showing our age, but not our real age. Our mental age, I
Oh,
suppose.
my mental age is, you know what I saw? my buddy Alex, he's very, very smart, but he's also, there's a line from iRobot that's called, where he says to, Will Smith says to like the owner, or the leader of that company, he goes, "You're the
Great movie.
dumbest smart person I've ever met." And that's how I describe Alex. He's the dumbest smart person I've ever met. And I saw a post that said, IQs should be measured like the weather. So it'd be like, is 140 feels like 12,
Yeah. Right.
or whatever. I
Right.
said that to him. He's like, true, harsh, but true.
Yeah, harsh but true. Yeah. No, it's accurate. It is accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like my mental age is probably at least half, if not
Yeah.
below that.
But you could you can turn it on and off at least.
It depends on who you
Yeah.
ask.
Well, there's times where you're
Depends
like,
on how many of these I've had.
well, that's a different story.
Very different.
We need to get them on board.
This is my last one. I gotta go buy another box. So
I didn't have any today.
What'd you pour then?
I got one.
Oh,
I went out. I took my daughter to dance, and my wife was like, "We don't have any Twisted Teas," and my heart just went.
it's devastating.
And then, right across from the dance studio is, if you're from a rural town in Ontario, you know a lot of the times like a Foodland or a Fresh Mart or
Yeah.
has an LCBO in it.
Uh-huh.
This one happened too, and I walk in, and the girl was like, "I'm like, excuse me, do you have any Twisted Teas?" And she's like, "Yeah," and she's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "Oh fuck." How
So
many
you're-
darts have you had? Anyway, no, she obviously had an issue with her voice. She was sick or something. And she brings me into the cooler, and they're there, and it was like the only light in the thing that was right on the Twisted Teas. That's how much I love them. Exactly. And I
God
snagged
raised.
up. I snagged up a bunch, and I had some for tonight. It was
Excellent.
and they were closing at 6, and I was there at 5:55.
That's fine if okay, this is my PSA to any customer from anybody who's worked retail. If you're walking in a store within 10 minutes of close, you are not browsing. You are like,
Oh,
I'm
no,
getting
no.
the thing and I'm leaving.
I was back out of the car at 5:58.
Right, exactly.
And
And
just in and out.
and I
one thing.
immediately apologize when I go in. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just grabbing X or Y. I'll be out of here in
Yep.
10 seconds.
Yeah, but there are
Don't
people that like
dawdle.
won't go anywhere all day and go, "Oh, I gotta go now," because they'll just prolong it.
Yeah.
They're called procrastinators.
Why was that
That's awesome.
Japanese?
It was kind of like Eastern European, but we'll let the viewers.
Oh, sure. I don't know.
Yeah, Japanese would be procrastinators.
Oh, yeah, right. That's it. Russell Peters did some good, like how to do different accents. You just sound. I think one of them is you got to sound like you're trying to push a poo out or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, we're gonna get banned here.
Yeah, we're close.
Yeah.
So
Your photos may not be ethical, but your conversations, totally.
borderline. I've been bothering you with a lot of camera ideas recently again. Actually, I thought about this. Yeah, that started it. But also, every spring, I seem to switch it up to something else.
You get cabin fever.
Yeah, you mentioned that. You're like, you're stuck in four walls too much. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're hanging
probably
out. You're hanging out with four walls way too much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like, I've started seeing I've obviously seen your pictures with the 2.8, and I'm like, that would be nice, but how can I do that?
No, amazing.
That would be amazing.
Thank you.
Life would be great.
Life is great. At 2.8.
And I have a thing because I'm dumb. I'm the dumbest dumb person I've ever met. Where like I don't want
See what you did there.
I don't want the same thing as somebody else in whatever hobby. So if
You better cut it off then.
That's a hobby.
Yeah, well, I said that as you were saying as a hobby. It kind of that bombed. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that
that's
bombed.
okay. Like if a headphones, buddy at my old work, he got me into headphones, and I wouldn't buy the same one as he has. So I could go out and get a 300 2.8 Mark 1 like you have.
You should.
Debatable, but sure. That could happen. But I'm trying to think outside the box. And as we know, I love comparing things. See, look how
sorry. Go
small
ahead.
it is. Oh,
Yeah, it's not that. It's like
it's this big.
it's like a third pound.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, sorry, cut you off there.
So I think it's the time of year where I get stir crazy. The walls are caving in on me. My gear is poop, and I need new stuff or used stuff, more likely.
New to you.
New to me. And I'm kind of toying with, you know this already. This is not news to you, with switching to Nikon. Oh,
Hold on. I hope nobody has a gag reflex.
yeah, I hope not.
My bad.
That's okay.
My bad. I
And
actually
like
thought you were going with Sony there, and I was really gonna send it home, but Nikon's not bad. Nikon, I can deal with.
I want to. So the other night, I'm texting you and I'm texting Craig.
Do you want to finish your other sentence before I
I'm-
get you off, or no?
I'm getting there.
You're all over the place. All right, all right.
They like this part apparently. So
Brain does.
yeah, I'm texting. So okay, yeah, I'll circle back and then I'll.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like,
So I haven't, because I like to compare stuff and because I find that
Beef.
entertaining. Not only because I haven't shot like Pentax or Olympus or anything, but
oh, you're missing out.
maybe that's what I should do. Go to Pentax.
Yeah, K mount. Is it K mount?
I don't even know.
Kmart.
Kmart.
Yeah, Pentax Kmart.
Pentax, Kmart, lens mount. Nikon is the only one of the big three that I haven't shot in some way. So I was like, I had said even when I went back to Canon, I was like, I could see me going to Nikon again next because really a couple years ago they didn't have the Z5 II wasn't out, the Z6 III wasn't out, the Z50 II wasn't out.
So what you're saying is they didn't have anything with focus and all the technology that wasn't on
Yeah.
a Z8 or Z9.
right.
Yep.
But they did very good. I've always liked the look of a Nikon picture. I can't really explain what about them, but normally if I see a picture and I'll check if they post what they took the picture with, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a Nikon again. Like I just see Nikon coming up a lot in pictures that I like.
You know when we were talking about lines?
Mhm.
Like if I see a Nikon photo and I like it, and I see after it's Nikon, I unlike it.
Like,
Just
ew,
kidding.
gross.
Yeah, I don't know. What's wrong with me? No.
So
So
I'm-
continue.
I'm doing my annual saving
And
of.
sorry. And I'm Irish and I like potatoes.
That's good. Potatoes.
Nikon.
Potato.
Potato. I'm bombing tonight.
Yeah, I'm dumb. I just said that. It's fine.
You're the dumbest dumb guy I know.
Exactly. So I'm doing my annual like saving every Facebook Marketplace and Kijiji ads for potentials. And I was texting you and Craig. I'm sending ads. I'm like, oh, this one's cool. This one's cool. This one's cool. And I was like, I saw an ad for a Sony A7R4. I had an A7R3 at one point, but the R4 got animal eye autofocus. And I'm like, I could get away with a 4. I did like the 200 to 600. So I kind of like floated that idea to both you and Craig, and you're both like, nah, bro, like don't. I was like, so I kind of want to just to piss both of you off.
The
But
fact
that's
that people
not-
are still buying that lens today blows my mind.
There's nothing wrong with that lens other than
Yeah.
its focus breathing. But
Yeah.
if
There's a
you
lot better options out there now.
like the Nikon 180 to 600.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
But so getting, I don't know if I'm coming back to the same path or whatever, but
Keep going, brother.
so
Feel it.
it
vibing.
starts with me being jealous of bigger apertures. I started this thought process when we were looking at that, when we were watching that owl fly around it at fucking buttfuck dark in the morning, and I couldn't
Yep.
get anything with my F9, and you had, it was tough, but you did manage some shots of it flying. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, wow, okay. And then like just the depth of field that you can get of stuff that is like in cover. Cause like if you find
Yeah.
cover, like, and you take a picture of it, it just everything's in focus with F9
Yeah.
or F6.
Whereas you can like use the foreground and background to blend and layer it. Yeah. Mhm.
So I think I'm at a point where I could make use of something like that,
Mhm.
but my wallet is disagreeing with me. So I'm trying to see what's the most amount of aperture and focal length for the least amount of money. The Nikon stuff seems to be somewhat lower than Canon, and Sony
Yeah,
doesn't really
it can.
have options for that.
Unless you're a billionaire.
Exactly. So that comes back to my wallet being
Yeah.
empty and
Yeah.
moths flying.
You gotta be like Timu thinks. Shop like a billionaire. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely do that. I shop like a billionaire, and then I have to like tone myself down. I'm like, I can't.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think like it would be a cool move, but I think the more logical move would be to get an older Canon like you have, because it would be less switching up for me. But I don't want the 400-2.8 because that is too heavy. I think 8 pounds is carryable. It's heavy. It's carryable. 12 or whatever the heck that thing was is bananas. Like,
My nerve damage is gone.
well, that's good. It only took 3 months or whatever.
No, it's been gone for a while, but like it was obviously causing some discomfort.
Yeah,
But I walk a lot of kilometers and stuff like that.
exactly.
And I don't hang out in groups.
No, you're soloing by yourself.
Hey, groups.
Whoa.
That's what my daughter does. She gets mad at someone. She's like, "Dad, I just wanted to." She tries to hide it.
I'm glad.
I'm putting up the middle finger quiet, like,
Like a
and
small
trying
one.
to hide it. Yeah, like I just wanted to. It happened at Disney where someone said something to her. She's like, "I don't like that woman. I just wanted to." I'm like, Jordan, stop it. Anyway, continue.
I'm glad that the finger is still a thing. Like I felt like it was dying for a while, but
Nah,
I'm glad
it'll
that the
never die.
youngins are bringing it back.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like a first gen 500 f4 Canon, if I could pull one off, would be really cool, I think. But also, Nikon has like 4 lenses that are about the same age, between 5 and 600 f4, that are all kind of in the same price point just because of age and whatnot.
Mhm.
So like, kind of thinking of doing that, but I think you're right in that I'm just getting stir crazy. So what I did today at work was I just took my camera out of my backpack and just put it on my desk, and I looked at it, and I started focusing on a bottle of like whiteboard cleaner that was on my table in the corner, just to like, I was setting it to 300 and practicing like where I could kind of position it. And then I thought, I always have the grid, the rule of thirds grid up, and I realized that I look at that too much. So I actually took it off. So I think I want to not think about that as much and just try to see what I can do with the whole thing, rather than going, something needs to be in this corner or something needs to be in that corner.
Yeah, I have mine off as well.
Yeah.
As you can tell from the photos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, another funny thing. So remember, I've talked about this guy, George, that he's just as like...
Jorge.
No.
Yeah.
He's Czech, I think. So he's...
Yeah.
It could be.
Josh.
Yeah, sure. That's probably closer.
Like it's probably a lot of in there.
His last name has like negative vowels, and I don't understand how it works.
Okay. We'll call him Flem.
Yeah, George Flem. I hope he doesn't listen to that. I love you, George. You're great.
Oh,
you met George.
Good. No.
Yeah, when we went to TTP, no, Sam Smith last year. He had the Nikon Z8 and the 400-4.5.
Did I meet him though? I don't know if I was there that day.
You were, but I think it was one of the days where we got kind of all split up. It was the day that we were laying on the beach and you swore at that lady's dog.
Yeah, I don't usually say much, but Jesus Christ, put your dogs on leashes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
side tangent. But I saw a Z8 and I was like, oh, and I saw it was George. And I was like, oh, you're selling your camera again. Because he sold a Z8, bought it back, and now he's selling it again. And he's kind of always like, it's just a lot of money tied up in a thing I don't use that often. I love it, but like, I think I could get away with something a little less expensive. And so then I started sending, because he's been Nikon forever. And I started sending him ads. And I sent him an ad for a 600 f4. And he just sends me back a text that says, that's the cream machine. And I was like,
Ew,
George.
George.
I was like, what? You can't say that.
You nasty.
Yeah, I was like, and then I read it to my wife who was sitting on the couch. And I was like, George says this lens is the cream machine. She's like, what does that even mean? And I was like, I think because the background would be so creamy because of the aperture and stuff. And she's like, oh, okay.
George, in North America, we say Bocalicious.
Or, yeah, sailboatka.
Yeah. You're gonna have girls just like, oh,
Yeah.
call, hey, show you my cream machine. They're gonna be like screaming. They're gonna be running in the opposite direction.
I was like, buddy, you can't just go saying that. But it was so funny. It was so
Or
I
you
had to
can.
you can. Well, I had to bring it up because I was like, this is ridiculous. But yeah,
Yeah.
I am toying with the idea of switching to Nikon. I think something like a the want versus the can get is often different because of patience, mostly.
Patience is important.
It is, and I don't have a whole heap of it. Maybe I should buy some patience and then. But I kind of want probably either a Z5 II, which would be the Z6 III is the want on something like a 500 f4, because I've seen some for what I would think I could get for my Canon kit. So that's sort of rattling around between my headphones. And then we're gonna get a divorce. This podcast is gonna end. So this might be the last.
No. You do something like this, and I have content for days.
That's true. But yeah, I don't
Soon
know.
I won't be shitting on ethics. I'll just be shitting on you.
That's not unusual.
No, well, yeah, it is.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're setting like a bad like dynamic here because we're not like that.
No,
we get along quite well.
but
I won't hesitate.
friendly ribbing is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah,
It's
unless
part
you go Sony, then that's war.
it's
It's war.
I
I already got you away from Sony.
You did. No.
With a R10 and a 100/400. The thing was worth $8.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know.
There's deals to be had between the 135 back there and the 300, which together are only a 4.8 aperture. Don't spit your drink.
Yeah.
Costs me $2,100. Paid $500 for the one and $1,600 for the other. I will grandstand on this for sure.
Oh, I know.
You can get deals. And I see people in the comments like, no. You don't want the version 1 has very slow autofocus. It's much heavier. You're like, no. Stop your shit. It's fine. It works. Don't just automatically go. Like, if you want to make an argument, go, you know what? They don't service the Gen 1. You're taking a risk potentially. Okay, but you're not spending $4,000. You're spending 15, 16 to 12 if it's in rough shape.
Mm-hmm.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
Like, just use what you get the fucking tool that you want to use. I've changed the way I've shot, and it's benefited me because I decided that the tool that I wanted was something that I can shoot in lower light. So I'm utilizing that. People have these f4s and these f2.8s, and they go out at noon. Give your fucking head a shake.
Yeah.
You're not getting anything out of it. Your 200-800, which is a great lens at that time of day, is going to do just as good.
High noon is when it's the best.
But you know what I mean, though? Like,
Yeah.
I don't
you're
give
right.
a shit what you have if you're not going to use it in the light that, or in the situation that's going to give you the best quality.
If there's any consistency this podcast at all, it's been you being like, shoot the limitations of your gear.
Shoot the limitations. Like, it sounds like the hypocrisy is there. Like, no, I like this now. I like that now. It doesn't matter. What I'm shooting is the limitations of it. I'm exactly. You're bang on.
Yeah. No, you're bang on. That was all you.
Yeah, but I guess you calling out that and reminding that it's less hypocrisy. It's more you're just sticking to your your guns.
So I kind of, like I said, like I took my camera out at work, so it's with me every day, and I have to carry it around in my backpack. So now I'm like, what one of these lenses will fit in my backpack? And I have to think about that. And like,
You could get a new backpack. Continue.
So I just have to take all these. I have to take all these. You're not going to even use the segue. I take all these factors into account when I'm buying these lenses, and like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if walking around with an 8 or 9 pound big prime in my backpack is feasible, but I kind of want to try. And it
I
might
think it's
involve me
better-
getting a new backpack.
I think it's better in a backpack than it is on a monopod or tripod with the pressure on your trapezoids, your sternocleidomastoid. I'm going to bring that up again. And because Vince said, he's like, yeah, you said it. You got it right. And I'm like, yes, grade 11 anatomy. Still
yeah.
got it. I smoked so much dope since then. Still got it.
Still in there.
Still got it. Yeah. Yeah. I usually do smoke something before like we pod. And this tonight, I'm like, I didn't because it was going to be like one of these like ethical.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you know.
You know what,
gotta kinda
guys?
have your wi-
You really shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. We should all just love each other.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we do. That's why we go in groups. It's like, damn it. That backfired.
But like, but if I'm gonna carry around that lens, where I don't know where I could get a backpack that would fit it.
I do. F-stop.
Oh,
They make excellent gear. The world-beating gear. And I just happen to know somebody that just joined their Pathfinder Collective Ambassador program.
now who might that be?
Hey, and there's the announcement.
Hey, we did it.
I don't know. I don't like talking about myself in this way, but yes, I have been asked and I joined F-Stop Ambassadors. It's wonderful. It's not something I ever thought I wanted to do.
Mhm.
But then I realized that an ambassador and an influencer are two different things.
I think some people think they're the same thing.
No, I did too. I think that's the
Mm.
point. Like I did like I don't want any of that stuff. But it's just really cool to like join a group and a brand that's like just like really interested in like photographers and helping them out. So like yeah, that's the new thing. I got a new bag. That's why I said what I said. I got a new bag on the way. I got the Talopa 50 liter with the Pro large insert. Yeah, maybe eventually we might have some sort of promo code that we could use for you on the pod. Maybe we'll be sponsored a pod or two by them. We'll see. Just putting it out there, feelers. It's really weird to like announce this. I've never done anything like this, but yeah, it'll be fun moving forward to kind of see where it goes.
So basically, I'm saying I need a new backpack. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
doing that for the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's congratulations. That's awesome. Super
Thank you.
stoked for you.
I didn't really do anything other than just like keep doing what I'm doing.
I mean, you're taking-
everything's just
fire pictures. That kind of helps.
it's yeah. I mean, I'm just telling you, life at 2.8's great because all this happened as soon as I started using Mike's lens. Like they started taking me serious. They're like, "Oh, you don't have that f11 anymore." Okay, you're in. You're in.
You're right. I need to
No,
get it.
it probably is. It's all about who you blow. I mean, no. And
And that was Vince.
yeah, yeah. No, Vince did. I appreciate it. He was a pivotal part, and yeah, he's part of. I think he's running the Pathfinder Collective.
Oh, cool.
So it was nice. It genuinely, I do appreciate it. It's just weird to kind of like I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to do. I got the bag coming. I plan on showcasing it in some stories where I'm going. Just help them, help me, help
me help you.
blend the community and just share the love.
Yeah.
So it was a cool announcement. I've known kind of since roughly like November that it was kind of in the works, and then I knew in December it was like probably going to happen, and then there was the announcement last week. I knew, or last podcast I knew, but we didn't say anything about it. It's just kind of, it's not greasy. It's just like kind of like an awkward, like I don't know what the hell do I say about it.
Yeah.
Like, but anyway, yeah, that's what it is. F-Stop ambassador of some sort, and I think a lot of people. I know I told you I wasn't going to say anything about it because I wasn't sure what I'm doing with them. But I reached out to Cotton Carrier as well since I use their G3 harness. Love the thing. I've quit. I've gone home early from shooting because I forgot it at home. That's how much I really enjoy using this thing. And I reached out to them, and they're like, "Yeah, we would love to work with you." So I'm gonna maybe do a little bit with them too. And Twisted Tea's next. Like
It's only up
it
from
goes F-Stop, Cotton Carrier, Twisted Tea, Canon Canada, Canon USA. That's the way she goes.
It's the only path. The
There's-
only logical path.
There's gonna be a 100-300 sitting here on Boro.
Not a
eventually.
408, 28.
Well, I mean, I heard Jan talking about something. This isn't really a tangent. And Nikon is coming out with like a 120 to 300 that has built-in TC. And then he said that Canon might have this kind of like niche little spot where they could reintroduce a 300 because they have the 100 to 300 that's lighter, smaller, but also might have a built-in TC. And I'm like, that would be a really cool lens. I'm really enjoying that. I'm telling you, this is a mindset because
For sure.
I'm still acquiring the same photos or same size of subject. You know how you've talked about getting it in that line, the size of the subject. I'm getting the same ones as I am with 800 that I am with 300. I'm just more selective on species, location, and then the shot. It's just a mindset.
And that's what you're supposed to be, I think.
Yeah. It's just mindset. And that's why like, I hear people going, oh, you need the 800 on an R7 with a 2X. And I'm like,
Are you taking a picture of fucking
I can see the
moon?
pixels from here.
You can take a picture of the moon landing with that.
Yeah, you can see the flag that's supposed to be up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, did you see what Jared Poland said about the 180 to 300 or whatever with the TC?
No. I only saw Jan.
Okay.
Jan.
He did one of his photo news fix or whatever. And
Jared.
oh, what is the beginning? Fraunausfoto.com.
.com.
That's a free plug, Jared.
Vince is right now going, fuck's sakes, this clown.
Me?
No.
But anyway.
Jared, the subway man.
Oh,
wrong Jared.
Wrong Jared. But I thought what Jared said immediately when I heard about that lens, where that teleconverter doesn't make sense on that lens. Because the only time it makes sense is when you're at 300. Because
you already have all that.
Right. So you're going to lose light and depth of field, focus thickness for what reason? You can just adjust that on the camera. You don't have to flip the thing. So it really only makes sense to make it a 420 or whatever at 4.
But do you know how many people are going to be shooting it as like a 180 420 rather than a 120?
At f4.
They're just going to clunk. They're just going to hear the clunk and just keep it in there. Yeah.
Like, I think the built-in TCs make sense on a prime, but on a zoom, it just seems weird to me.
Yeah.
And that's what Jared
exactly
said.
that's kind of what Jan said as well.
Mm-hmm.
He goes like, the 100 to 300 RF with a teleconverter works with some slight loss.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, but like these primes, like you don't lose that much, especially a 1.4. So like that's where it could be that real cool extended small prime with that light gathering ability and that extra reach if you need it.
Yeah. So that's why I want to get a 500 F4 for on whatever company.
F4.
Because I can't be like you.
No,
I'm not
kidding.
wandering around with a 400 2.8. That's 15,000 pounds.
Well, you'd
Unless
be like me for a bit. 'Cause I don't have it anymore.
In my backpack,
But
I'd
no.
be like,
if you didn't see this and you were just listening to the audio, he flipped back basically on his chair.
Yeah.
Because of the weight.
It'd be a boat anchor.
Do you know that the Talopa bag itself is 5 pounds?
Wow.
The bag itself is 5 pounds. Yeah.
That's I mean, from what I...
It's a 50 liter.
Yeah, it's 50 liter, and they look
Vince
so.
said, don't get that bag. Get that bag. It is a great bag. I was looking at the Anja.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce most of them.
I think it's like Anja or something, but I should really get good at it myself.
Of either one of us, it should be you that knows the names for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, he's like, no, get the Talopa first, which I did. But yeah, it's a 5 pound bag with the new Dura Diamond fabric on it. It adds more weight than the previous version, and that has like aluminum clips and
buckles and
all
things.
that stuff. Buckles, yeah, exactly.
That's sick.
Just butchering it.
Just
Just
off
fucking
to the
butchering
best start. It's like you tripped on the starting line or something. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. No,
Gotta
well,
catch
I was
up now.
if anyone was going to.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. 500 F4, a teleconverter. I don't know if I'm gonna go with Nikon or Canon at this point. So I might.
I'm glad you left Sony out.
I can't get a F anything native.
You get a second mortgage.
I could definitely do that. I don't think the lady
How was your-
downstairs would be upset or would be fine with that, but
Yeah, you kicked her off the internet so
Yeah,
you could use it.
booted her
Things
off
aren't
the internet,
good.
and
Things
I'm
aren't
gonna
good in the things ain't good in the Bame house.
no. No.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna sleep on this
Um,
couch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we'll see where I end up. I gotta post the. It all hinges on if I can sell stuff, and another thing that I do when I'm saving Facebook ads is I'll save the stuff that I have that I'm going to sell to see what keep track of what they're kind of selling for, if they market on their thing, or if how long they're up for sale before they get sold.
Yep.
I know that kind of depends on the person and the individual also, but it's just kind of nice information to know.
Yeah. Some people are a little stickler, you know, and they're just kind of like, no, I'm stuck on my price. And it's like, yeah, but you're asking more than they were new.
Right. But also, I don't dislike the 200 to 800 really. Like I like that lens a lot. I would be perfectly happy continuing to use it and getting at something else, but
Well,
I
that's what I
can't
was
do
gonna
the
say.
and.
But no, you can. I argue with this guy at work all the time. He's like, oh, you got more money than me. He's like, you're always going on trips. It's like, no. We save for those trips.
Mhm.
So like we put a date and then we figure out how much we need to save. So we have enough money by that time.
Mhm.
And we pay it off before we go. And we also save like cash for spending while we're doing that.
Yep.
If you never save for anything, you're never going to achieve it.
Mhm.
So like there's a point where like you could get a 70 to 200, 2.8 for $1,000. Like they're right around there.
Mhm.
And you could have it in 6 months if you just put money away now,
Mhm.
or you could have it never if you just continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's mindset. Everything is mindset. Don't have a
Mindset.
shit mind.
I'm working on that.
No, I'm not saying you in general. This is for the
I know.
public. Like, yeah. Like everything's just mindset, you know.
Yeah.
Anything is achievable as long as you don't let yourself get in the way. Boom. Write that shit down.
I should.
It's not the podcast title.
No, that's
the
too
episode
long.
title. It's way too long. They're gonna be like scrolling. Like, what else does it say?
This is a long one. But
Oh,
like
it's all philosophical and shit. I bet
My-
Kyle said that.
yeah, definitely. But also
Dumbest
like
dumb guy I know.
dumbest dumb guy that I know. I know lots of guys.
Wait, what?
Edit that out.
Pause. Is that what they say? Pause.
Cut, clip it. But like get rid of it. But I also know people with Nikons that I can borrow stuff. Craig's
Yep,
already
for
been
sure.
like, you could use these things in the interim. And I was like,
Why do you think I told Mike to go back to Canon?
that's fair.
He
That's
likes
fair.
he likes throwing money around and trying different things, and I'm like, yeah, I'll try it too.
Yeah.
I got to credit him though. I got to where I was because of that nerve damage, nauseating lens.
A 400-2.8 I think is kind of my, I feel like it's my dream lens because I think you can do a lot with it. It can be an
Yeah.
800 5.6. It can be a 600 f4-ish. Like,
Yep.
it's a, so I could also go that route. There's a bunch of Nikon 400-2.8s also.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. Just get the one with the built-in TC.
the new one that's really expensive.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'll just save for
I think
10 months.
Ray barely
10 years.
uses his. Just ask him if he could just
Ray, buddy, old pal. Oh, we go way back. Want to
yeah, like
ship
honestly,
that up
like,
here?
I think 1,800 is a pretty reasonable price for our friend Kyle here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what? He'll even throw an extra 200 because he's a nice guy.
I'll even shout you out on our podcast.
Oh, are you kidding me? You would do that for him?
I would do that for him.
Wow.
For a 400-2.8, there's a lot more I would do.
Yeah. Remember when he said all those guys that he knows?
Why do you think I know so much? Why do you think I have all this stuff?
I think we're losing our mind. What time is it?
Yeah, it's getting to that point. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I know I don't want every one of our podcasts to be Kyle wants new shit, but it's that time
No,
of
they
year.
expect it though. They expect it.
They
though.
probably do.
And then you talk about the shit when you get it for a while, and then it goes quiet for a bit, and they're like, "Oh, I'm anticipating this."
Okay, he's coming
Oh,
up.
there it
It's
is. There it
Springtime's
is.
coming.
Yeah.
Kyle wants something new. It was March, mid-March last year that I got the 2-8. And I was like, it's not even a year old yet.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But the interesting thing is you like to shoot a lot in the winter.
I do.
That has to come into play. Shorter days, grayer skies.
The thing though is sometimes, not all the time, the whiteness of around kind of diffuses, and there is sort of more light than you'd think. So it doesn't actually do too bad in that sort of scenario.
Mhm.
It's just like we're like going out with you at stupid in the morning, which I do enjoy. I'm useless until like noon almost. Like like
I'm
last
already at home.
yeah, like last week when you're like save some ISO for the rest of us. I'm like that's where I'm living for the first couple hours we're shooting.
Wasn't it 51,000 or was it 25?
I think
you're
it
like
was
25.6.
25.6, yeah, I think is what.
Yeah. Okay. It wasn't 51.2 or
Not
whatever.
quite yet. I think I limit the camera to
I
25.6.
limit mine to 12.8.
I think we're gonna say like 400.
No, 12.8.
Yeah.
A lot of the images you're seeing low light are 12.8, just denoised, and like they just the details for the most
Yeah.
part stay there.
So I don't know.
like shooting at high noon at 1/16,000th of a second shutter.
Sure, yeah.
I have to expand my shutter speed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You put a higher wattage battery in it or something to give it some
Vince
extra
is
oomph.
yelling, "Just stop down, you twig."
Yeah, you twig. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I made a wrong decision suggesting him for an ambassador. Fucking
Don't
twig.
don't shoot your f2.8 lens at f2.8. That's for rookies.
Yeah, I am a rookie.
That's true.
Everyone
What's
starts
bef-
somewhere.
What's before a rookie? That's I think where I am.
Plug?
A plug in the
No?
cream machine?
Oh, why'd you bring George? Why'd you bring George up again? Why'd you bring Jorge up again?
I don't know. Because
Anyway.
we're going ludicrous at this point, but so if anyone wants a 2 to 800, that's in pretty good shape.
They might.
All 16 of you, let me know.
Yeah, because you're buying Rays
Right,
400.
I got to wrestle Ray for his thing, so I need. There's gonna be a GoFundMe to help me train to beat up Ray to get take his 400 to 8.
You're already there.
Oh, okay, sick, perfect, perfect, excellent.
I hope he listens. Nah, he doesn't.
He
listen.
won't,
He told
but-
me. He told me when he's like, "Oh, you have a podcast?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't listen to them." It's fair.
If I'm honest, I haven't listened to his in a while. I did for a bit.
I
Not
watch more of the YouTube thing. A
yeah.
little more visual.
I'm on YouTube more often for sure.
Yeah.
Any of
Yeah.
the problem with like some of the photography podcasts that I do still subscribe to is it's like I have to pay more attention to them for some reason. So if I'm like driving or something, it's probably not the best time to be paying that much attention. And then when
Yeah.
I'm at work, I should be working, so I'd have to like listen to it almost like
Yeah.
recreationally, not.
But they're also not engaging.
I'm not here to shit on podcasts because I don't know.
Oh,
if
I'm
ours
gonna.
is-
I'm gonna
Okay,
real quick.
All right.
I also I find a lot of the wildlife podcasts have like a very sterile, structured boom, 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 boom. I'm interviewing somebody.
Mhm.
We're presented by this camera store, this. Whereas we're just like shooting the shit, swearing, talking, being ourselves.
Mhm.
This is what you guys want. This is what I've heard. I sent out the census. It came back. You want more of the same shit for year. We're in year 2 still, right? Yeah. Start year 3 in September. So you're a year and 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
We're here to give you more of what you want. You know.
Mhm.
It is what it is.
Enough said. Yeah.
He couldn't have said it better himself. You heard it here first.
No, I can't say anything better than myself.
Dumbest dumb guy we know, guys.
Dumbest dumb guy we know.
Give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
I think
you.
that's a show.
Thank you. That's the show, guys.
That's a show.
Like, subscribe, and cormorant down low.
Oh no, you didn't. You started and ended the show with wow.
Stupid puns.
How long did it take you to think of that one?
I wrote it down in my
That's
note
very good.
a while
That's-
ago, and I don't
that's-
remember when I did that.
That deserved more than what it got. Certainly
you.
from me.
All right, I'll repeat it. Like, subscribe, and cormorant down below.
It's lost its shine, but all right.
Like, I think 3. If you say 3, it comes back.
Yeah, Beetlejuice comes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or
Beetle- Actually, you
Jorge's
know what?
Cream Machine.
Cormorants are kind of the Beetlejuice of birds.
Wait, if you say their name 3 times, they show up.
Yeah, I think so. They just go "Boosh," and like pop out of the water. I think
They
when
do. Yeah, you're right. And you see that. Yeah, that bejeweled eye.
They have the craziest eye. Anyway,
Before we get another hour in.
yeah. I'm gonna say that the music should start now.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Love that you love us. We love you.
Love that you love us. That's
We-
excellent.
We appreciate
Every time.
Kyle. Love you more.
Love you too.
More?
More than the viewers.
Oh,
But I'm here for Kyle.
I don't know when this is gonna stop.
This one
I'm
never
gonna have
in the
to
past.
stop.
Eagles, Hawks, and Kestrels flying so divine. Peep the live broadcast, podcast gold mine, twisting in the air. Birds of every kind. Critics gonna chirp, but they ain't ever dying. Zooming in on sparrows, Robin's in the mist. Matt's got the shutter, Kyle's got the twist. Feathered friends in flight, equipped with the strut. Angry Bird Pod Show, capturing the cut. Oh, they click in the snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod Flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tune in next week, this one never in the past. On the twilight, watch the colors flash. Birds of every shade in a photogenic dash. No need for fame, just the birds flying free. Angry Bird Pod Show, bringing all the glee. Oh, they click and they snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod Flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tune in next week, this but never in the past. Eagles, Hawks, and Kestrels flying so divine. Keep the live broadcast, podcast gold mine. Twisting in the air, birds are back, so fine. Brain Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tuning in next week, this but never in the past. In the past. Tuning in next week, this but never in the past. In the past. Zooming in on sparrows, Robin's in the mist. Matt's got the shutter, Kyle's got the twist. Feathered friends in flight, equipped with the strut. Angry Bird Pod Show, capturing the cut. From dawn to twilight, watch the colors flash. Birds of every shade in a photogenic dash. No need for fame, just the birds flying free. Angry Bird Pod Show, bringing all the glee. Oh, they click and they snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod Flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tune in next week, this but never in the past. From the past. Not shortcut. Not shortcut. Angry Bird Pod Show, bringing all the glee. Bringing all the glee.